for those who don't know me, my name is Gift Shai. Baba Mbambitsa Namanje because of the brand. I was born and raised Alex. I also was very much involved with my church, which was Rhema at that time. I even ended up Kibereka full time actually. So Lucas Ndlovu was one of our leaders. I think when I listened to how much fire was in him, Lucas, I was like, I want to be like this guy. You know, like I love what this guy is. I remember saying to myself, one day I'm gonna stand on the stage and do the same thing. My job was to make sure I take care of the youth multi-sites. My responsibility was basically to look after those branches and make sure they are spana di bashapo. So here I am, Kiko Metriki, go East Bank High. So I've got these two pair of jeans, but I had these two jeans and I loved them. And unfortunately, the jeans they are taboha. Sure. So I took them to someone to go fix them for me. And when I got them, I was mad. So I look at these jeans, I'm like, these jeans are worse than what they were when I took them there. The whole point was to restore them so that I start looking in the house to see is there old scrap fabric do something with. My journey started with jeans at the bench. It was a huge thing for me. I loved it, I enjoyed it, and it started my journey basically. So I took these jeans, they are nice.
Unlock your story. Unlock your story. I was kidding dabari, bakupi dabagi. Spalele, bakipe mpagati. Falala, I was in pagati. Tabang, we are on your screens. I know you've been through the most, Kolumanati. If you ever been on Illuminati.
Angithi sanibonani igama lami uThabza, abanye bathi wele, abanye bathi double. Ngiyanibingelela la ku Unlock Stories. Welcome to the show, to this beautiful show yaseKasi Alexandra. But then we also have abantu bangaphandle, but then ngiyancanya lapho niyazi there's a red button that you just have to click there. If it's not red, it's black. Just click there and then you'll see a bell there. We click and I lower bell so that every time mawubona i-show just to kuyidropa uzoba notified, uzokhona ukubona lapho on your notification ukuthi okay kune episode eceda kuphuma. But otherwise intwana yami ngambani?
Yeah man, I go by the name Tabo Touch.
Yes sir.
I welcome you to the show once again. Yeah. To those abane talent abafuna ukuzoperform after the show, pull up.
It's your platform.
Holla and call us and then sikufake on the end of the show. Vano, my brother Vandag is gonna introduce himself. Asho ukuthi uphuma vawo bani igama. Unotis Fede.
Hola bafethu.
I'm tops.
Thanks bafethu. Thanks for the invite firstly.
Yeah.
Kelebocha. So for those who don't know me, my name is Gift Shai. Some people know me as Mr. Twice Shai.
Mrs. Twice,
Baba Mbambitsa Namanje because of the brand as well.
Yeah.
So basically those are the two main nicknames that I have. But there's also Paddy G as well.
Yeah.
Another name that I'm known as. Grand. I was born and raised ko Alex.
Mokokasi Alexander.
Yeah, Mokasi Mo Alex ko 80. 8 number 32. That's where I grew up. But places like Bonaini and a few other areas. Pila Mo as well, Le Machita and stuff. So Machita Bonaini most they are born like
sure.
But otherwise, Kimoto Holela Mo Alexi. I was born and raised here. I went to school Mo Alexi. I went to primary. I went to Ep30 primary school. Then I moved to Alex High for a year, and then I finished my high school go East Bank High. Then upon finishing that, that's when my whole journey with fashion kind of began. But in conjunction to that, I also started a journey with young people, working with young people, getting involved with different programs, different organizations.
Sure.
Scripture Union was one of the organizations that I was actually part of. I was there as a trendsetter. I was there as a facilitator, camp leader. Go Scripture Union.
Okay.
It's basically, it's a Christian youth organization. And it exists in different places.
Yeah.
Alex is one of those places. They've got their head offices, I think, Cape Town.
Yeah.
But they exist around the country in different townships and different communities and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I got involved, Dilibo, SU, and then I also was very much involved with my church, which was Rhema at that time. So I got involved with Rhema. I even ended up Kibereka full time actually in ministry.
Take us on the journey ya gore ko Rhema. O fitlhile jwang ko Rhema?
All right.
First, and then you'll take me to a journey whereby how did you end up being inspired maybe or in such a way? Yeah.
All right. So my journey with Rhema has 3 things involved.
Yeah.
So there was a friend, there was a girl, and there was a leader.
Rhema. Okay.
And I'll explain why all those 3 characters matter in my story.
Okay.
So there's a friend of mine who invited me around 1998, invited me to church, Rhema. We had we had a multi-site more Alex.
Okay. Yeah.
So I got invited there. I went. I liked it. Then I stayed a few weeks without going. After a few weeks, the same friend came back and invited me this time to the youth ministry.
Okay.
So hang invited to the youth ministry. Youth ministry ikenaka Fridays.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's Friday evenings at that time. Khobale youth ministry. So I went, and when I got there was this beautiful girl. So I can't mention her name.
Yeah.
But there was just this beautiful girl. She was put at the door as what we call
the
ushers.
Yeah.
People who welcome you and stuff. So she's standing at the door, beautiful smile. She's got this Afro curly hair. I remember she was even wearing a barking, sort of like tight pants, but that flow go fats, they get wide.
Okay, I see.
Printing so she welcomed me with such warmth, and that made me feel at home. Got me excited about church. All of a sudden, I'm like, if definitely coming. So I got there and I started attending, and she was there frequently, and she was consistent in being nice. And I like the fact that she was not just being nice to me, but she was basically being nice
to everyone, and only that kindness.
Yeah, it was her personality and stuff. So we started getting used to each other from there. But then the one thing that really got me hooked with Rhema was that we had a youth leader or youth pastor. His name was Lucas Ndlovu. He passed on.
Okay. I remember Lucas Ndlovu.
So Lucas Ndlovu was one of our leaders. So I got hooked when I started listening to Lucas. I think when I listened to how much fire was in Lucas as a person. Besides what is happening with the leadership was all fired up. The whole entire leadership, you could see these people, they are into what they are doing. But when you look at him as an individual, when he stands in front of a crowd of people and he speaks, and it's a commander attention. Like he was that guy, you know. So when I looked at him, I was like, I want to be like this
him.
guy.
Yeah,
You know, like I love what this guy is. And I think it became worse when one time he was then invited to our main branch, Koranbek. Because we also have the youth ministry running there. So he was preaching in the youth service. So it was 2 services running a Sunday. And he went and preached in both services.
Okay.
And when I looked at how the crowd responded to him, and these are people who are coming from different backgrounds, some come from really good backgrounds, some come from the township like him, some are of a different race, they have different life experiences. But these people are into what he is saying as a young man coming from the township. When I saw that, I remember saying to myself, one day I'm going to stand on the stage and do the same thing.
Uchoru inspiring. I'm going to be like that.
Blind. So, he was very kind.
Wow.
He loved young people. He loved what he was doing. So I took so much from him as a leader that I wanted to emulate and become that. And that's why my journey, if you look at most of my journey, deals with young people. I've dealt with young people for years over time. Because I was inspired by what I saw with Lucas, but more so with his team as well. That when I saw how united his team was, how they believed in the vision and everything, I told myself, Hore, if I ever become a leader, and I have to lead people, especially in the ministry, I'm going to make sure, Hore, they are as united as this team was, and they are as driven as this team was. And I can fairly say, Hore, I did my best in terms of that. In terms of the team, I was able to lead when I got the chance to now become the youth leader, the same ministry, Rhema.
Okay.
Because I was able to run the youth ministry for a period of about 5 years or so.
Oh, so then they gave you an opportunity, a platform.
They gave me the opportunity to be the leader and stuff. And then afterwards, I then joined the ministry and worked for the ministry full time. So when I was working full time, basically my job was to make sure, Hore, I take care of the youth multi-sites, because it wasn't just Alex that one branch that we had. We had Alex, we had Soweto, we had Midrand, we had Pretoria at that time, but we had Barking Josie, we had West Rand, we had East Rand.
It was a big church.
There was quite a number of them, and my responsibility was basically to look after those branches and make sure and whatever the leaders need, then they would communicate it through me, and I communicated with the office. So I became the middleman, basically, and I was my title was youth coordinator at that time. So that basically became my journey. But along that journey, when I was in matric, I fell in love with fashion design. And I'll tell you why I fell in love with it. So here I am, Kiko Matriki, go East Bank High. So I've got these 2 pair of jeans. They were slightly bootlegging, one was beige, one was gray. So because my father wasn't working, my mother was the only person working at that time. So she was the breadwinner. Her focus was not necessarily us getting clothes all the time. It was the issue us getting food on the table. And my father would get the piece jobs more at the time. So there wasn't much to work with. But I had these 2 jeans and I loved them. And unfortunately, the jeans So I took them to someone to go fix them for me. And when I got them, I was mad. Like I was So I look at these jeans, I'm like, these jeans are worse than what they were when I took them there. Understand? The whole point was to restore them. So that the jeans but then when I was sitting, I start looking in the house to see is there old scrap fabric
Yeah,
that I can
sure,
do something with. So I found a few pieces of the fabrics that from old clothes. So I cut those clothes and then I started kina ko di jeans tsa di patch di kena fashion.
No kuna le outtake ba re ke manyesa ne ruti sa o jara nana lo zwakala ko wena a guide jeans tsa
So my journey started with jeans tsa di patch. It was a huge thing for me. I loved it, I enjoyed it, and it started my journey basically. So I took these jeans kadietsa, they are nice, and then I wore one of them ka Civis Day.
Okay.
Yeah, wa utlwa ha ke re Civis Day wa utlwa re ke motho wa kgale. No, because youth here, no, I don't think they call it Civis Day. I don't know what they call it now, but yeah, so we used to call it Civis Day. So casual day. So we used to call it Civis Day. Yeah, so I went Koskela and I'm wearing this jean, and there's a friend of mine, his name is Diego. He sees these jeans, he likes them. He's like, oh, your jeans are nice. Where did you get this done? I'm like, I did this myself. Like, seriously? No, I did it myself. No, hand stitching. Everything was done hand stitching. I didn't have Muchini at that time. A few weeks later, Diego comes with a brand new jean. Suddenly the price tag, everything. Directly from Shopong, he came to my house. He has these jeans and he's like, hey, dude, it was a very new township. Yeah, so it was very like it was happening. People were always talking about Deep Slotty at that time. I'm gonna get Deep Slotty. I'm gonna faraza unshaile chini. I saw him tunele vele Shai chini even nice, and he loved it and stuff. And that became the beginning of my journey. But what also gave me confirmation, yahore, I want to be in fashion, was when I was in matric dance. There was a friend of mine, the late Tepo Mutloung, I think that's his surname. So Tepo saw my outfit and he said, go the guys, because we traveled together. It was somewhere in Pumalanga, I think. So the matric dance was happening there. Obviously, we had places that we have booked and all of that stuff. So here I am. I have this outfit that I kikopansitse ka last minute, as I said, gore so I kikopansitse outfit, it's nice, and this guy looks at me, he's like, guys, wabana this guy the way appearing. Design. Look at how different he is from the rest of us. And he didn't know when he was saying that, or he was confirming something for me. Yeah, so because now I needed confirmation. Now I needed something motivated. So when he said it, for me, that moment was it. Like I was done in my head. I knew what my dad wanted me to be, but it wasn't necessarily what I wanted. So we had differences when it comes to that for some time, little time. And I understood where he was coming from. I mean, art wasn't necessarily a thing. People were making money from it, so you needed a secure job and stuff. So I understood what he was talking about. So I decided to pursue fashion nonetheless, even though I realized until to a point where I'm glad when he passed on, he was approving of what I was doing. But when it started, it was something but then I took a break from fashion when I started getting into full-time ministry. So it's a part-time. Like if somebody approach and say, hey, then I would work.
Was in the same ministry?
Yeah, Rhema. So I was working full-time. So my attention was more onto ministry because my first love above fashion is ministry, because wa go bereka ka batho, the empowerment and the impacting of people.
Yeah.
That's more important for me than clothes. Making nice clothes, I love it, don't get me wrong. I do make nice clothes. By the way, I'm just putting it out there, just somebody's watching. Kids are nice. But here's the thing. My goal in terms of fashion has changed. I used to make clothes to make people look good and feel good. I don't do that anymore. It's no longer part of my dreams. It's no longer part of my goals. Because I know if my clothes make you feel good, then that's a short-lived feeling. So it's just gonna be for that moment. For that time. How I wear that outfit, then you feel good about yourself. The moment you take off the clothes, then the feeling kinda leaves you. So I believe people need to find the feeling in their worth, in their value, in their identity and who they are. So my dream now is, or my target market is people who know who they are and they just want to show the world through fashion. Those are people I'm targeting basically.
So you haven't thought of maybe like opening a shop or a retail store maybe around Kokasi?
So that is part of the plans. It's part of the goals for us to have a store, for us to also exist properly online and stuff. We are busy. We are busy working on our online store and stuff. So we just need to fix a few things for the online store to be up and running. But we are definitely looking into those things because they are very important. We do want people to see the work that we have. We don't want to be something that is celebrated in the corners, but in the public spaces, people don't get to see how amazing the work is, because I believe we have entered a season where we can see excellence coming out of townships now. I remember there was a time when people used to complain about clothes they buy from Kokas. I don't want that experience anymore. I want when a person is wearing my stuff, they can see themselves traveling overseas and showing up and looking good in the same items. They can go to an event and they can show up confidently because they know what they have. It's of high quality, it's premium, it's beautiful, it's also well done. It's done with excellence. It's properly done. It's not like like there are people who tend to be confused if what I'm wearing is what I made or what I bought.
So is that also your brand?
Everything I am wearing except the shoes for now. Except for shoes for now. Nice. We are actually in process of working towards having our own sneaker as well. So that's no. It is, and it is also a viable option. So we already have gone through the design stage in terms of prototype. So we are now on the next stage is that whole thing. So as soon as we are ready to launch the sneakers, people will see it, they will know about it. But we do have a very beautiful, actually we have 2 designs that we're going to be starting with that we are looking forward to launch to the market as well.
So as I'm really doubt maybe sometime, this thing, maybe it's not mine, maybe don't work.
All the time, like it happens quite frequently. Funny enough, it happens quite frequently that you doubt yourself. Because I've had moments where I release a collection and it doesn't receive any form of love from the market. Like you release something and you're thinking, the photo shoot, let's put out the pictures. You put out the pictures and and you're like, is this design so bad? But you know what I like is even now, some of those designs, there are people who are coming by the request that to say, hey, Mfethu, I saw tracksuit, so can I get that? I saw so can I get that?
Yeah.
So the fact that they are still coming back, even for something that I did 5 years ago or something I did 6 years ago, for me speaks a lot about the type of product that we have. It has a sense of being timeless, and that's why even our name, when you look at Libitso la brand, we chose a name that is timeless in a sense, because whether it's 100 years from now or whether it's 10 years from now, whether it's today or tomorrow, it's still Namanje Njam. One understand? It's the name of the brand, Namanje. So whether you are looking at it, Kuri, the way in timeless, what I like about it, it speaks of confidence, because if somebody is asking how you doing, you like Namanje. You know what I mean? Kisali da, kisali moto, kisali that guy. You know, there's a sense of confidence in who you are. That's why even our slogan is simple: embrace you. You know, embrace you. And we also have this hashtag that we do. We say, wear your greatness every day. We're not saying wear your clothes, wear your nice clothes. We're saying wear your greatness. Let it show with your clothes. Let it show with your clothes. Motor dinanle what I understand.
So it's been how many years where you went on your merchandise?
So with fashion, as I said, I started immediately after my high school, which was 2004.
Because I remember it's been
So I started 2004 officially. I did mostly like the sewing classes. Tusong was one of the first places that I went to. They used to run the sewing classes at that time. So I went there, I attended. I remember it was crazy because Hakito joined Tusong at that time. He joined in April. And there were people who already started from January. So they were there for 3 months. But funny enough, within 2 to 3 weeks of me being there, I was already helping some of them come to school. So and for me that was another confirmation. This thing is really mine. One understand that because here I am. They should be the one helping me, but they told like to here do this and stuff. So now within 3 months of being there, because I was supposed to do 6 months, within 3 months of being there, Mauledo Nzara teacher, she then said, it's best to graduate because whatever I need to teach you, there's no need for me to keep you here. So I then said, no, it's fine, I can graduate, but my problem is, how can graduate more? I don't have machines and anything. And then she said, no, you can still come to the school and do your own projects as opposed to doing Msebetsi Wamo, because Wamo so feditse. So then after graduate, got my certificate and stuff, then I continued with them and attended for some time, and I would go out, get my own fabrics and do my own projects and stuff. So I was doing projects. So that also was another confirmation. But then officially with Namanje, I started around 2012, but remember at that time I was already working full-time in ministry. So because I was working full-time, I wasn't able to focus on the brand. I was doing it as a side hustle. Basically. So then I pushed like that. 2018 decided, let me go into this full-time because I don't have any other option. I don't have a source of income. Put my money into it, and I must say, in the whole journey, I have experienced a lot of losses. There has been a lot of reasons for me to give up. I've had so many, but there was one. I think my reasons to continue, even though they were few, they were stronger than the reasons to give up. So because the reasons to continue were strong, and that's why I still kept on with it. I still continued with it. Even this year, I mean, we've hit a few potholes, which could have meant us giving up completely on the brand, but we found a way to keep coming back. You know, so, and we are doing that, and that's why I'm even talking about us being in the process of new collection, but also just new collection, diaparo and stuff. So that's basically part of what we are doing right now, or we are rebuilding, and we are rebuilding with a different vision. That's why I was saying, I don't make clothes to make people feel good. I want people to feel good about themselves, because that's what Embrace You is about.
Are you confident?
Love yourself, be confident in yourself. You may not be where you need to be, but you can still be confident. You may not have the things that you want to have, but you can still be confident. Confidence, I reckon. I reckon anywhere. There's no shop that sells confidence. It's something you build within you, and you can build it for free. There are tools, yes, to build your confidence, but you can do it for free. So I don't see why people should not be confident in who they are when it costs them nothing except commitment to yourself for you to be confident. So there's a friend of mine who passed on. His name is Zach. Zach used to run a brand in Stwalo. So he used to have a brand, he used to call it Stwalo, but he had a very powerful slogan, and I believed in that slogan, and I still believe it today. It simply said, wear your confidence. I understand. It wasn't about wear the nicest clothes, wear the most expensive clothes, no, it's about wear your confidence. Show up as the best version of yourself. And if there's one thing I really want people to believe, is that they can show up as the best version of themselves. Even if they don't have anything.
What a nice story though. So now in closing, when it comes to ministry, did you maybe ever find challenges, maybe more to people, maybe don't accept Christ or things like that, maybe someone there in the ministry learns something like that?
The challenges to ministry, they are endless. I think any time that you find yourself in a position where you have to deal with people, you have to expect some level of resistance. You know, this comes from just a basic thing. When you look at a young person and you see a potential leader in them, but they don't see it in themselves. That on its own is a battle you have to fight as a leader, to say, Hore, you need to help this person see what you are seeing. So it's basically that whole concept there, if you saw yourself through my eyes type of situation. So that is one of them that I had to fight throughout my journey in ministry. I kept on having to build and deal with people who didn't believe they are what I saw in them. So and it's very hard as a leader when you are trying to empower someone, but you are experiencing resistance. Where there's a pushback all the time. You're like, bruh, I'm helping you. I'm seeing something in you. This is not for me. It's not for my benefit. But when you look at how they see themselves and what they think of themselves and stuff, and the patience you then have to apply in that. So that is one of the battles. But also it's also ministry because it involves people, internal politics and whatnot. So wherever there are people, you must expect there will always be something wrong. Somebody else thinks you shouldn't be the one who's doing that because they've been here longer than you, or maybe they feel they are more gifted than you. They feel they are more talented than you. Why should you be the one who's chosen to do 1, 2, 3? So you then have to deal with those things. But one thing that I have learned in the whole process is that I offer my help to people who need it. But I think the one thing Eki Lena that was hard for me to learn is to offer help to people who want the help from me. Because it's one thing for you to want the help, but if you don't want it from me, understand? You keep resisting me, even if I am giving you the help. And then when you find somebody and that help from them, they can even say one sentence, and it can change your life because you want it from them. You don't want it from me. Now I've spoken to you so many times. I've tried to help you, tried to show you, and all of that stuff. So it's some of those challenges that I had to deal with. But also, I think having to lead different youth multi-sites at one point, because you begin to stretch yourself, you start feeling empty while you are serving. And I think that has been my greatest challenge, where I am doing something, I'm giving the best of myself, but I'm questioning if it's the best of myself because I feel empty within myself at that time. So I've then learned to start taking breaks sometimes when I need them. When I see okay, I'm depleted now. Get whatever I can, but now I'm empty, and what I'm gonna start doing is bleed on people. And because I don't like showing people my pain, I would rather take a step back and deal with myself. But also I think what made ministry challenging in the past few years, it's at some point I literally lost everything. Literally went back to square one. To start afresh. And when you are starting afresh, and because some people see a certain level of potential in you, and they expect you to operate at that level, but when hey guys, at this point in time, now I'm depleted. There is nothing. They just know you are that guy. You are that guy who can do 1, 2, 3. But you like, once again, I'm tired. I'm depleted. I don't have anything to offer, and here I am. You guys want me to do all of these things. So those type of things. But one thing I'm grateful for is that I belong to communities that help me in my journey. I've got what we call gents therapy. So these are friends of mine, Tsamachita. We've known each other. Most of us have known each other for years. Some of the guys we meet along the way as they join us and they become part of the family. So with Gents Therapy, we've got a WhatsApp group. We do pray for each other. If you want to be prayed for something, you put it up in the group. Hey, gents, I'm struggling a little bit here. Please pray for me, and they pray for you. But also what we get to do is we get to meet up at least once a month. We try and make it once a month, where we come together. We try meet whatever Machita, so somewhere. It's a conversation. We've been together for too long, but 5 hours guy got some 1 hour, because you talk about different things. And what I love about this group of guys that I belong to is that they are guys with families, most of them. They are very responsible guys. They are guys with careers. Some of them are running their own businesses. They are very focused. They love their kids. They love their families. They love God. So to be in the presence of
such people,
such brothers, yeah, so they are like my brothers, so they are the people I know I can be vulnerable with them, I can speak honestly le bona or emergence. I know at this point I'm struggling ka 1 2 3, or at this point I just experience a victory in this area, that type of thing. So that's one of the places, but we also have another group of guys as well that I belong to. It's called Bible and Braai. So this is generally most of the guys there. It's people I didn't know. I met when the whole movement was started by Semi Sekwana. So when it all started, some of the guys I met from there, but we've fostered a powerful relationship as brothers as well. So to be able to belong to such environments, it helps me be able to cope with some of the challenges, some ministry, personal life, because also now I'm a parent. I am a father, so but I'm a father to a very amazing boy. You know, he is showing so many characteristics that I love within him. So one of my greatest fear at one point was, Lord, help me not to dim his light. You know, out of fear of where I have been, with the experiences I've gone through, but to help me make sure whatever I see in him, whatever potential is in him, I help harness it and grow it. And I think between me and his mother and the rest of the family that is involved in raising this boy, I think amazing work is being done. I see us raising a very powerful leader. He's only turning 4, but his interpersonal skills, it's amazing. Like my son can connect with people from different backgrounds. It's such a young age. Sometimes in a way le nna ke a pallwa go connecta le batho ka teng, but yena he's able to do it. So when I see that, it really there's so much. So these are some of the things that keep me going, that want me to become better, because now when I want to become better is also I'm thinking about him, because I know that he's looking up to me. And I remember I shared a story about him go Facebook. I think he was about to turn 2, so we had started the whole thing, potty training. I think he was turning 2 or something. So I'm at the bathroom, I'm taking a lick. So and he's looking at me like, because he's very short, he's looking at me like this, you know. And what was interesting for me, but was also a light bulb moment for me, was when I looked down, I started seeing he is getting wet, just looking at me pee. And I realized what he is looking for is a role model, someone who will model certain things about manhood. So if I'm gonna become the man he looks up to, there's a lot of work I'm gonna have to do on myself. So, and that has brought me to the place I am in now, where I know most of my work that I'm doing is on myself, than it is on my craft, than it is on my calling, and all of that. Like, I'm really dealing with myself, dealing with my insecurities, dealing with my fears, my doubts, all of those things. Because when you've gone through so much in a short space of time, or in a prolonged time rather, it really tends to affect how you see yourself. Because I went from losing everything, I went from losing friends, I think I went through a period of 4 years losing a close friend every year. And that period hit hard, because these were not like like I'm talking people that are really close to me, people that I spend time. That's why I was talking about Zach. He's one of them. He's actually the last friend that I got to bury last year, December, and we got to bury him ka funeral ya gae. Kaufela, I had to be so Joshua Mbata, who was part of LXFM.
Okay, Joshua,
yeah. So he was
Rhema,
we were close. Actually, Nali Joshua at some point we were so close that people thought he was my younger brother. That's how close we were. They would see us together all the time. Koranbek in the main church, they thought he was my younger brother. I didn't even correct them because for me he was literally that a brother. So I was like, for them to see it like that, it's fine.
Okay,
You know, I'm okay with that. So losing people like him.
I'm checking time. If Batu, sorry to cut you, if Batu Babatu Tola maybe your merchandise, like your clothes, because there's people out there Babatu support and just to leave those contacts before we close the show.
All right. So how people can get a hold of us, it's either they can get us on WhatsApp and our number is 071 670 7485.
7485.
Yeah, so that's one, but they can also it's both WhatsApp and calls.
Okay.
So if they want to call or WhatsApp us, they can get us on that number. They can also get us on Facebook. They can also get us on Instagram. We are also going back to TikTok.
Okay.
And then we are working on our website as well. So our thing is go barking. Facebook, it's Namanje Designs /Embrace You, and then TikTok, Instagram, I think it's Namanje _SA.
Okay, anizwile ke lapha emakhaya namanje usashaywa leyo apparel just support my brother lana, especially if you are from Alex. It's important ukuthi ugcoke brand yala, a local brand yala, usupport. Yabona nana siphethe eCold World, just support. Hala at us uthinte na umjida if you want merchandise, if ufuna ugcoka I local brand. It's not just local but it's also international. Wena ungayibheka ezukuthi yenziwe umuntu local, but then when you wear it, it's quality. So I love you so much and we appreciate for watching the show. Ningakhohlwa ke ukumlandela ume brother ngapha ngibheke isidwando sakhe sanamanje.
Yeah man. The next performance it's gonna be Smiley the Wiz.
Hey,
roller coaster.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. We're gonna give you more shows after the show. More shows. Nala babangagezi, as I said in the beginning, pull up. Mina mthenekeni valala uvulela. Peace. One love.
Roller coaster. Up and down my life, say roller coaster. Tryna take my ass across the border. I'll be on the lean, mixing with the Ep30. I've been smoking trees, now my brain is out of order. Hot is turning cold, I'm going red. It's a lot of things I can't explain. I'll be on the lean, mixing with the Ep30. I've been smoking trees, now my brain is out of order. Brain is out of order, All that's getting hot, boy, I feel like Harry Potter, Focus on my business, boy, I'm tryna cross the border, I ain't got no heart, I told her, bitch, don't call my phone no more, do that now, we going red. Pull up dripping with my gang, they thought it was rain. After party, we gon' leave that place a mess. Up and down on the road, I'm chasing ranks. Yeah, me, I'm different, pull up dripping like for real. I got lots of flavors, I ain't capping, that's for real. Break the bank, boy, I feel like Scuba Q. Back to trapping, I took Broski run the loop. Took Broski run the loop. Some of my bros, they go shoot. Yeah, some of my bros, they shoot, nigga. Fly from the north side, know what it is. Up and down my life, say roller coaster. Tryna take my ass across the border. I'll be on the lean, mixing with the Ep30. I've been smoking trees, now my brain is out of order. Hot is turning cold, I'm going red. It's a lot of things I can't explain. I'll be on the lean, mixing with the Ep30. I've been smoking trees, now my brain is out of order.
Got me tripping, ngoba ngwinye I too. Damn, I'm super leading, nigga super same too.